It is not even 9 a.m. in the morning, and I am going to be a vampire. Alright. It's like, what were we doing here? Alright, we were doing something. Why were we? I don't even remember being on set. I guess that was where we ended, wasn't it? Once you pass it as you move around without being seen in this state, it's not possible to physically interact with the environment. You may, however, stealthily read a document or examine an object. This power will activate automatically if you enter a location that is prohibited. Oh, okay, that's cool. Interesting. So, someone tells me I need to check out Hilda because it's been a while. Let's see here. What we got? What new things have we learned? We have already known about a child, but okay. A vampire created through the embrace. The child is the progeny of their sire. This term is often used derogatorily, indicating inexperience. Damn. The Salem Chantry, founded in the 17th century by Madeline Coventry. The Salem Tremere Chantry is one of the oldest in New England. The warlocks of Salem are constantly in competition with the Boston Hartford domains and have long adhered to an isolationist policy. Convinced of their superior numbers and the supremacy of their knowledge, however, the alliance between Hazel Iverson and Deneb Osborne seems to have shaken the certainty of the regent of Salem, who sees this relationship as a serious threat to her chantry. So I fear
I shouldn't get too close. She might be able to sense me.
she's powerful, is she? Alright. Have an inventory with a picture. Use. Restores 5 willpower. No, I will not use that. Not yet, anyway. That's cool. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so her vision will help her figure stuff out faster. Jaradori. So I've had Jaradori. Member of the Primogen and Nosferatu. Okay, so we definitely haven't met Jara yet, I don't think. Jara was originally from Vis, a small fishing village off the coast of Croatia. Arriving in Boston in 1841, she left behind a life of misery and prostitution along with her sire, whom she was careful not to let get wind of her departure. Her natural distrust of other kindred pushed her to settle in the city's sewer system, where she aspired to an unlife of solitude. Ah, sadly, it took only a single mistake to be discovered and brought before Kurt Dench, one of the most influential and intimidating Nosferatu in the region. Much to Jara's surprise, Dench was disconcertingly transparent with her. He spoke to her of his allegiance to the British in New England and shared with her his intention to establish a vast Nosferatu spy network throughout the area. She was enamored of the idea. After a long period of observation, Kurt officially inducted Rory as an agent. She would spare no effort and stepped up her ingenuity to meet Dench's expectations. In particular, she managed to infiltrate a pocket of anti-British resistance, the Kindred of Liberty, and went as far as to integrate herself with a Primogen. This dual identity allowed her to pass on invaluable information to the British colonists, which they used to tighten their hold over Boston. How old is this woman? 1801 is old as hell. So are we talking about there's no way the Boston Tea Party was in 1841. It was before the Civil War, wasn't it? 'Cause it was one of the things that led up to the Civil War, them complaining about the taxes by the British. Huh. The fruitful collaboration awakened feelings in Jara that she thought had died out long before, feelings for Dench, whom she often worked with. Despite his unfriendly demeanor, Kurt was an honest man, straightforward and dependable, a man who Droy realized she had much in common with, though she dared not take the plunge. 15 years later, Kurt would do it for her. Turncoat, 2008. The fall of London rocked the British colonies in America. Jara was unshaken. What happened in 2008 in London? Jara was unshaken and maintained her cover, while in the shadows, a network of Nosferatu tightened its ranks. Kurt disappeared, thinking at first that he was on a long mission. Jara looked to her peers for answers without success. Weeks turned into months, then years. With the beckoning taking the British leaders away, Jara abandoned her dual identity and firmly integrated herself amongst the Americans. She took advantage of her purported involvement in the fight against the colonists to gain access to the promotion of the city's new prince, Hazel Iverson, who made Jara her chief of security. Jara may have changed her allegiance, but her heart still clung desperately to Kurt, whom she still hoped to see return. Something deep within her kept her from giving up. In the meantime, Jara does what she must to survive and drowns her loneliness in work and excess. Okay. And let's remind ourselves of Hilda McAndrews. I remember she is the sire of MM, and they were lovers for a time. She was born 1754, taken prisoner in England during the Revolutionary War. Blah blah blah, France, blah blah blah, to the Adelaide Labille. I think that was her sire. MM 1923. And they had a falling out. What I want to remember is, not know, but remember is what was Hilda doing now? Hilda remained in the court. Right, she's on the council. Is she trying to get rid of Journey? I mean, that would make sense. Maybe she's jealous of Journey, and that's why. And that's why we're here to try and figure out.
Why did you come back? Why? Other than to show that you're doing just fine on your own.
MM,
If you only knew everything I've done for you.
why are you talking out loud to yourself?
Hilda
It was
thinks
MM.
it's certain the men that she is with Hazel. I hope she'll be happy to hear that.
You. That it? That's all we needed? So I think we didn't actually need to come here. That showed up as like a side thing. It's like, no, go find Jara. Oh, fuck. It's already here. Might as well rummage through her shit. Oh, we can rummage through her shit. Wait, what does that mean though? Consult. Okay. It's not letting me consult. Do I have to turn off something first? Wait, can I? I want to let me do this stuff. Wait, what is the thing here? No, that's bad. I guess we'll leave them. I guess we've heard everything we want to hear, and it was that she cares more about MM than she does about the prince, king, whatever, queen. I mean, I think they still call her prince, even though she's.
Richard's apartment.
So we're working for the prince, trying to suss out the truth of like who's on her side and who isn't. Hopefully, we can save Journey, even though it's not really our responsibility. It's MM's
As
problem.
usual.
That she doesn't give a shit about. Oh shit. Oh, it's just her. Little fake girl. Dear Dr. Dunham, as instructed, I prepared the donors you listed for the unification party. They will be ready for you to pick up at 9 p.m. at the Red Salon. I think that your guests will be impressed by the quality of the vintages you're offering them, and I hope that they will fully appreciate the fruits of your labors. Do you see something there?
So, did you find your teddy?
No, not yet. I'm not sure he's here. What about you? Did you finish your job for the prince?
No. I haven't learned anything about this party yet. You wait for me here while I look around a little more,
Looking for a
okay?
party?
Okay, Mom.
Oh, probably the same party that they were going through the archives to try and. I think they were. I don't know. I feel like they were trying to get inspiration for their party. Can't imagine why else they were going through the archives and looking up previous parties.
Mr. Teddy.
No, there's something happened at the party which caused a red alert, and we don't 100% know what it was yet, but we do know Journey might be in trouble because of it. And it probably has more to do with something that somebody else did to set her up.
He must be hiding somewhere else.
Unknown origins. The members of the court caught in a sudden collective panic for several minutes. Quentin King, our prince, called for an investigation closed without any conclusive findings in 1988 and prescribed 10 years of investigation. Unknown, what the hell? October 31st, unknown origin. The
No,
servants
not
of the promotion
there.
departments began to
Where
hum
are
the
you,
same
Mr.
song for
Teddy?
1 hour. Quentin King, our prince, called for an investigation. They think that they're under attack mentally?
Mr. Teddy.
October 31st, 1999, unknown origin. The servants in the prince's court all laughed hysterically for 1 hour. What? Quentin King, our prince, called for an investigation, closed on any conclusive findings in 2009, so they never figured out what the fuck. All of this shit is happening, and nobody knows why.
No, he's not there. Where are you, Mr. Teddy?
It's got us listed as nothing again. Let me fix the stream.
Mr. Teddy.
It's supposed to be Empire, Masquerade, Swansong. There we are. Done. Alright. See what other people are talking about.
No,
Discord.
he's not there. Where are you, Mr. Teddy? Mr. Teddy.
Alright. Is Hazel ever seen our prince for feeling a sudden and professional
No, he's
intrusion
not
during
there.
speech?
Where are you,
Is
Mr.
Hazel ever seen
Teddy?
our prince call for an investigation? Hmm. So Hazel just felt mental intrusion with no. Is this just a report of every time that something
He
fishy is
must
happening?
be hiding
That they
somewhere
think
else.
might be a mental attack, psychic attack? Unorigin feeling of an imminent death felt by several members of the court lasting several minutes. You all just like had a weird feeling and were like, no, it must be something. Better have an investigation. October 31st again. Why is it always,
No,
was
he's
it
not there. Where are you, Mr. Teddy?
every time October 31st? What's that about? Servants in the Promotions apartments began vomiting for several minutes. The vessels present experienced uncontrollable crying fits throughout the night. This definitely sounds like a psychic attack.
He must be hiding somewhere else.
They're having a psychic attack? From who, though?
Nothing. Ugh. It's true that he always saves everything on old media. Only Richard would still use that.
Huh. I have a floppy disk to insert.
Mr. Teddy.
Oh my god, she's so annoying. Examine the chair?
How many hours have I spent sitting in this armchair for my therapy sessions?
He's your therapist? We're in the office of your therapist? He's been tracking weird psychic anomalies? Curiouser and curiouser.
No, he's not there.
You're so annoying, kid, I swear to God. Is there something under there?
Are you almost done?
Not yet, sweetie. As soon as I find something, we'll go.
Why, did you find something? What's under the bed? I can't even. It's not very crouch or something. I don't know. Doesn't look like anything. Search.
Maybe I'll find a way to read it.
Oh, the floppy disk. We know how to read that. We know just how to read you.
He must
Only
be
Richard would
here.
still use that.
Dear Ms. Iverson, as per your request, Mr. Underwood came to the Red Salon to carry out a review of the collaboration with the Hartford Tremere. We can confirm that production can triple if we expand operations into our basement. I think it would be wise to create a reserve and allocate only 1/3 of our production to Hartford. We will also provide a temperature-controlled storage area for this purpose. As for your more practical questions, please do not include the formulas I have been able to work out in your dealings. Mr. Underwood also feels that we need to keep them secret in order to keep the advantage in this agreement. We both feel that convincing them to send Tremere to Boston to perform the blood stabilization tests would be a better alternative. As for industrialized production of more than 400 units per week, I prefer to err on the side of caution. I am able to produce everything alone in my laboratory. Aiming for more at the start would require a move and would surely get us noticed by our suppliers of raw materials. I hope to have provided you with the missing information for your discussions on this agreement, which, in addition to the giant step forward that will make possible for science, will undoubtedly be the dawn of a new Boston under your reign, Dr. Dunham.
Richard must have had a breakthrough, if Hazel's interested in it.
Wait, that came from Hazel? Oh, that was from Dr. Dunham. Is that to Hazel? Did I not pay enough attention to that? Is there anything else you need from me? Are we done? Because you're still looking around like you're a crazy lady.
No. Are you almost done?
Yes.
Not yet,
No?
sweetie. As soon as I find something, we'll go.
There's still more to find? You're kidding. Pretty sure we've... Unless it's under the bed, which I feel like she's trying to tell us it is, but there's nothing I can do with this bed. Literally nothing. Any of these books up here? I don't think there's anything. I think we should keep going. I like finding Teddy, crazy lady. Okay.
Restricted access means nothing to you, I see.
Sorry. Mr. Underwood, here is the report you requested. Attached you will find all of the documents I was able to gather. Fortunately, I was unable to collect much useful information about Miss Feng's time in China, but it may not have been the most interesting period of her life. Very typical education, exactly what would be expected of the upper class. Wait, Miss Fang, isn't that the one that is with the human that's with my other character? What is a little less expected is that shortly after arrival in the U.S., she was admitted to the economics department of MIT. This was in large part thanks to publications on the blue economy, which led her to join the Diora ratification project in the Indian Ocean. At the same time, she defended her dissertation on blue biotechnology, which I recommend that you read in its entirety. You can imagine that someone of her ilk was highly sought after. She was wooed by major multinational companies before she even graduated. However, she refused all of their offers and instead founded her own startup company, Newman Feng Blue Tech. From one round of fundraising to the next, the company quickly became a reference for any group that was looking to make over their image to appear a little greener. If you browse their website, quickly realize how important many of their clients were. As for the more confidential information, I learned that several governments, particularly Luxembourg and Canada, recently reached out to her. Okay. For the moment, it's only a matter of advice and informal discussion, but the speed with which she has broadened her influence is highly impressive. My conclusions regarding her are the following. She's brilliant. One might imagine that she is an idealist, but while her actions do seem to be guided by an ideological perspective, she is extremely pragmatic in integrating herself in the upper echelons of society. What's more, she has true business acumen. As her startup is one of the most successful in the country, you have every reason to take an interest in her. I can set up a meeting with her if you'd like. Your eternal servant, Jason Moore. Mm. Keegan sends me. Ms. Iverson is honored to invite you to the Grand Unification Party in the presence of representatives of the Hartford Chantry. Your presence at these festivities is requested the evening of September 4th at 11 p.m. at 1 International Place, Boston, with our great respect and consideration. I love how I walked into this room. He's like, yo, what the fuck? I was like, never mind. Walked out and then turned invisible. You should totally still know what I'm here. Dear Mr. Underwood, as agreed, here is our payment. Thank you for your confidentiality. You're indirectly contributing to one of the greatest forensic discoveries of our time. If by any chance you still have bloodless bodies in good condition to offer us, please let us know. Sincerely. Okay, let's go turn off the invisibility and try talking to him personally.
Oh, if you're going to disappear, really do it.
I don't want to
No,
talk to you.
I'm not surprised.
I want to
What
talk to you.
doesn't surprise you?
For you to turn up at a time like this.
The prince had me released.
Of course, she needs you. I'm guessing she sent you to spy on the council.
Can't beat him in either thing.
What do you mean?
Tell me, do you remember the last time she pulled you out of your musty hole?
It's just that
You don't remember, do you? You're still having those little memory issues, it seems. And I suppose Halsey's here too.
of course
What
she
is she
is.
talking about?
The more the merrier.
Don't start with me, Beryl. Otherwise,
Why
He
don't you go
knows
out
that
to a
we're being
place
manipulated or something.
and let me get back to work?
work. With everything that's going on, Hazel will appreciate your dedication.
Get out, please.
That's all I'm going to be able to find out about him. Hazel's going to be disappointed.
I didn't look at.
Halsey's waiting for me. I hope Hazel will be proud of us.
You looked everywhere else.
Ugh, impossible. It's locked.
It's not good. Can't we try talking to what's her nose directly? Haven't tried that yet. Oh, apparently we're not going to. I don't know. I'm running out of things I can do here. We need to find Jara.
This area is reserved for council members. Sorry.
Fuck you then. I feel like I've been here already. Yes, I remember reading the tarot. The tarot cards. Jara, we were supposed to do something with Jara. Oh, I do remember that.
But I can't break that illusion. It's much too strong.
I feel like I read all that. Find Jara's intel about the party. So there's something we've missed here, I think. We haven't found Jara's intel about the party. What was that about? Night visit from Mr. Beryl Underwood 2 times, Tuesday and Thursday. What was that about? He's on me. Couldn't crack. He's a nut we couldn't crack.
Well, this thing's old. Does she still use it?
For you, the time has come. PWD equals arrival. What? Is that a shower? It's a weird bathroom, but okay. What's this? What's this? We didn't find this before. Unification Party information note. Summary of individual files on the Hartford Chantry. Mr. Osborne, regent of the Hartford Chantry, ambitious and paranoid, extremely skilled in thermaturgy, favors unification but mentions escape routes in his private communications to be monitored, visits Jefferson Library once a month. Ms. Wakefield, John Rice's child. She is a secretive mind control specialist who supports Mr. Osborne unconditionally, although he continues to be wary of her. She supports unification to support the choice of her regent. Mr. Samuels, child of Upton Rowlands. This blue blood is pragmatic, well-versed in insurance finance. He is the head of a thriving business that seems to have moved to Boston on a part-time basis, residing at the Jefferson Library. Our intelligence indicates that he is there to ensure the financial balance of the agreements to be signed, which he is rather in favor of. Mr. Fleming. He specializes in poison and is Osborne's personal bodyguard. He has been on several blood hunts and has recently moved to the library. We believe that he is there to protect the warlocks in the event of a retreat. According to our sources, he is opposed to the agreement because he harbors a strong personal resentment towards the Han Siaka. Ms. Vance, has lived in Boston since the creation of the Hartford branch in Boston. Unknown sire specializes in high-level protection rituals. Little information available. The party will be her first outing for the library. If she accepts the invitation, we need more time to research her background. Mr. Woods, child of Deneb Osborne, resides in Hartford, is new to thaumaturgy, but shows very good skills in memory magic, still under the authority of his sire, and therefore in favor of the agreement made with us. Mr. Green resides in Hartford, child of Mrs. Wakefield. Nothing to report. Was embraced 2 years ago. Kept his family's job as research chemist. Report indicates that he is pro-unification. Mr. Chen was selected by the Chantry to come and work at the Red Salon and conduct experiments on blood stabilization. Extensive experience in thaumaturgy. The report indicates he is in favor of unification before his own interests. He only feeds in blood banks. Ms. Halstead was selected by the Chantry to come and work at the Red Salon and conduct experiments on blood stabilization, specialized in blood storage rituals. The report indicates that she is rather reticent about the unification, afraid to share her knowledge. What is this about unification? This is also provided by Dr. Durham. Okay. Jesus. Learning more about the Hartford Chantry. In the 17th and 18th century, the thaumaturges were influential throughout New England, but they also experienced dark times, seeing their power erode over the years, primarily due to the encroachment of Sabbat members from northern and western New England during this period. Some elder Tremere believed that at least one of the major convents allied with the Sabbat to bring about their downfall, though few agree on which of the three major convents is most to blame. The loss of status suffered by their entire family is a wound that still runs deep today, has led to their great dislike of the Sisters of Salem. Operating primarily out of a chapel in Hartford, the thaumaturges have had an ongoing competition with the Ventru coteries for dominance in the state and have been quick to exploit any opportunity. Thus, when the Prince of New Haven and Hartford came to them for help in the early 1900s, they graciously accepted. Wisely, they have not yet recalled the debt the Ventru owe them, but that is likely to happen soon. Indeed, as a result of the unification agreement with Boston, the Chantry will greatly increase its political and economical clout over the Hartford domain. Within the Chantry itself, prestige is highly prized, and competition within the upper echelons of the hierarchy is so fierce that more thaumaturges are lost to internal strife than to past clashes with the Sabbat. This is largely due to the fact that Deneb Osborne, despite his understanding behavior, jealously guards the position and makes it impossible for his apprentices to progress. Whenever a warlock seems to be on the verge of unlocking a new mystery, they are often replaced by a less talented one. Today, their Boston branch is mysterious and impenetrable despite our best efforts. I think it would be wise to require a visit to the Chantry as a sign of trust. Our intelligence reports numerous disappearances of mortals in the vicinity of the building, which fortunately have gone unnoticed.
This is what Hazel asked me to bring her.
So we got what we needed. Where's Richard's office now? Let's all have a map.
The Salem Morlocks get it. They're hidden in plain sight among the mortals.
Okay. Rain must not go underwater or across a body of water. Huh? Wait, concealment ritual. That's what that bird was. Remember we saw the dead bird and we were like, what's that about? It's a concealment ritual. They're concealing something. Where was that? Do you remember where we found that? Here. So it's a concealment ritual. What's it concealing? The skull and the bird is concealing something. Something here. So what? Is he one of the Salem warlocks? Is that what he's hiding? Just said something about he's going on a trip. The tarot cards show that he was going on a trip. What does that mean? I think there's more to all this than I originally.
I'm sorry, I can't let you through.
Lisa.
Are you
Hi.
at least aware that you're in my office?
Just let him see what happened. What is that? Something you freak out. Oh, hello. I didn't know there was this here. Look around. I hope you don't mind. If I don't find anything I'm not supposed to see.
The speculative news from oh, he's about as fun as his reading material.
It's true. It's a nice shower, though. Everyone's showers are weird. Oh, we have reflections.
Are you at least aware that you're in my office?
Yes, yes, I am aware. You think I'm crazy? Because I am. Richard's office.
Yes, I found something that might be of interest to Hazel.
Why is she muffled now?
Let's go, sugar things.
Leisha. I'm all ears.
Everything went all right.
I knew I could count on you. Was Halsey a good girl?
Yes, as usual.
Good. Were you able to find anything interesting in Miss Drury's apartments?
Yes, there was intel she had gathered on the guests, including those from the Hartford Chantry.
Anything about their regent, Deneb Osborne?
Yes, he seems to be obsessed with memory magic.
Interesting.
I gave everything to Delson.
Thank you. I'll take a look at it later. Were you able to see or hear anything interesting?
Hilda was in her room. She was acting strangely.
What do you mean?
She was whispering things, talking to a picture of a man.
Touching, but that's of no importance.
At Dijon's, I found a letter addressed to the Salem Chantry.
Did he betray me for the Warlocks?
I don't know. It just said that he's participating in your project, but that he would have preferred an agreement with Salem.
Oh, I understand his recent illusions a little better now. I'm going to need to have a word with him. Go on.
I had a vision.
I knew you would. What did you see? Was I in your vision?
I think it was me. My forehead was on fire.
All right. Do you have any idea what it could mean?
Not in the slightest. Are you disappointed?
The important thing is that you're starting to have visions again.
I also found that at Jara's, a file on the party. It's a record of everything Journey did.
That could be useful. Give it to Delson on your way out. Anything else?
Gain merciful. That's good.
That's all I was able to find.
I knew I could count on you. Thank you, Leisha.
Richard still wasn't there. Were you able to find out anything else?
Yes, one of my servants just came back from his bar, the Red Salon, as that's where he does his research. I had hoped to find him there. But she confirmed that Dr. Dunham had gone to the party early with a few of his vessels. I'm sorry, Leisha.
No. If he had been destroyed, I would have felt it. I have to go find him.
You're the most discreet of all of us, it's true. But we have no idea what might have happened there. It could be dangerous.
I won't be alone. Halsey will be with me.
Of course. And one last thing. Dr. Dunham wasn't the only one there. There was also Miley, my child. Bring her back to me.
Yes, of course.
Oh, we are going.
We'll
Okay.
leave right away.
I wouldn't expect anything less of you. Thank you, Leisha.
It sounded like she didn't want her to go, and then she was like, "But my imaginary daughter," and it's like, "Okay, fine, you can go." What? No failures. I didn't even see MM in Journey. I tried to do all kinds of stuff. Boston Court is in turmoil. A court order has been issued. Okay, whatever.
Come here. Thanks, You've brought me Journey. I knew I could count on you.
Jay is waiting in the antechamber. She's nervous. Tell Delson to go easy.
We'll see about that.
Did you need me for anything else?
Not right now, but I will soon. I have one more favor to ask of you.
Alright, I'll be waiting in the next room.
Put in her place. -10 to the next minute. Okay, because I've been put in my place. Could have tried to convince Journey to flee, but I didn't. Okay, that's all I could do with her. And Caleb, Eternal Protector. Mortal kings have their lackeys. Princes of Boston have Caleb. Let's see here. Ability to withstand physical pain. Okay. It's tough to know where to put my points. I feel like he wouldn't be very good at technology or opening safes. It's not really his thing. Hmm. I've studied basic technology at least. Was I supposed to put points in my disciples? I don't have any points to put. Do you want me to put points in one of these? I need it right now. Oops.
My prince. Delsa. Zori. It seems that the Camarilla is in danger. I am at your disposal.
Your sense of duty is a credit to you, Caleb. You haven't lost your touch, I hope. The code red is linked to the unification party with the chantry. No one there is answering anymore.
How many of us were there?
Probably a good 20, give or take. Dr. Dunham and our top spy, Jara Drury, were already there.
We might have lost 2 members of the Primogen. What about Hartford? Have you heard from them?
If those dogs had anything to do with what happened, I'll cut their throats myself.
Do you think they might be involved?
I don't know. It's too early to draw any conclusions.
Where do you want to start?
Can I count on you?
You have no reason to doubt me.
One by one, the ants ally heed the beckoning and go east. You're the eldest in the city now. Don't do this to me. Not now. I would be very grateful to you. And Fang.
How may I be of service?
Go and see
Means you'd let me
Congress
turn
with
Fang.
Jara gone. He's in charge of security. He may have learned something.
You can count on me.
You have my absolute confidence, Caleb.
So we're in a position where we could fuck her, or we could not, and then she'd owe us. Maybe let me turn my girlfriend. A popular magician at the turn of the 20th century, Deneb practiced his art in the most prominent galas of the United States. His talent for prestidigitation took him to the old continent, where European audiences had been wild for his tricks and his personality. A charming and intelligent man, his taste for illusion ultimately attracted the attention of his future sire, a young warlock from a local chantry who presented himself as one of his most staunch admirers. After a number of encounters and discussions, Deneb was offered the embrace. He accepted without a moment's hesitation. Far from renouncing his calling, Osborne took advantage of the powers that his new condition offered to expand his activities. Having completed his tour of Europe with the blessing of his chantry, he returned to America with success and acclaim. He was rumored to have real magical powers. He ended up joining the Barnum Circus, seeing the crowd as a cunning and discreet way to blend in while satisfying his hunger. What, like the Greatest Showman? Hey, this is the greatest show. New perspectives. Notoriety led him to meet one of his clan brothers, who, in the privacy of his dressing room, made him an offer he could not refuse: access to important occult knowledge in exchange for his loyalty. Drunk with curiosity, Deneb agreed to abandon his nomadic lifestyle for the protection of the Hartford Chantry. He faked his death by setting fire to the circus and left for Connecticut. Damn. His first years in the Chantry proved difficult, but Deneb endured. His insatiable thirst for knowledge and his respect for the hierarchy continued. Eventually opened the doors to higher circles for him. His elders were quick to notice his abilities and mastery of power plays, to the point that he was regularly able to negotiate for new responsibilities. Already on his way to a brilliant career, the beckoning precipitated Deneb's rise as one of the last remaining key elements of Hartford. After the departure of the elders, his experience and investment in premier affairs enabled him to claim the role of regent, which he took on officially in 2015. From then on, he devoted himself to the Chantry's development and attempted to compensate for the disappearance of his fellow creatures by apprenticing new ones. It was after only a few months as the head of his domain that he was contacted by Hazel Iverson, the new Prince of Boston. This blue blood, who had a fraught relationship with the previous regent, sought to reconnect with Hartford and integrate the Warlocks into her blood conservation project. Initially skeptical, Deneb came to view the prince's proposal as an opportunity to spread his Chantry's know-how throughout the entire region. Richard Dunham, Clan Malkavian, 10th generation. Child Halsey, sire Biltmore. To preserve the Masquerade, Richard declared his death in 1902 in Zurich. He moved to France, where he continued practicing psychiatry in a number of hospitals under the name of Dr. Richard Dunham. In In 1920, he relocated to the lunatic asylum in Braun, where he met a young French patient who would serve as a catalyst for a revolution in the way he viewed his psychiatric research. It was in order to save this patient and her daughter, his most precious research subjects, that he arranged their departure for the United States in 1939 on the onset of World War II. The Malkavians, in exchange for his services, aided his escape to Boston, where they held a powerful domain. Upon their arrival, Richard boasted of his research to Quentin King, the Malkavian prince of the city, and introduced him to the two patients in his care, Laisha and her daughter Halsey. The court was just as fascinated as he was by the abilities of Richard's two patients, and in particular Laisha's visions. Her gift allowed the three of them to benefit from the interest protection provided by the prince, who saw Richard as the greatest psychiatrist of all time, the one who would usher in the era of the children of Malkav. Okay. In 1950, Richard exhibited his psychiatric research on the resonance of vessels, which earned him the support and recognition of his peers. He experimented on the vessels, using chemical cocktails in order to significantly amplify the resonance. His experiments were a success under the reign of Hazel Iverson, who immediately realized the incredible opportunity this presented for Boston. If she could maintain the properties of the enhanced blood in containers using magic, she could corner the blood market and, more importantly, for Mark in history. The prince gave Dr. Dunham the means to carry out his research, and began to negotiate an alliance with the Hartford Chantry to get the help of blood witches. Richard, however, only looked after his own interests, advanced the psychiatry of the children of Malkav. To do so, he must satisfy the prince, but he must also protect his most precious subject of study, Laisha, from the prince's ambitions.
Mr. Underwood, I'm sorry, but my instructions are clear. You little shit. I'm just following orders. You have no idea what's at stake. My most honored sire, you're wasting your time here.
I'd forgotten about your abject fawning.
I call it respect. It appears that it's something that sewer rats know nothing about. Apparently, Caius feels he's entitled to refuse to see a member of the Primogen. I won't forget it.
Sorry to hear it.
Tell me, you haven't introduced me to your charming protege yet.
Zufeng.
Yes, Zhu Feng, a name that's as delectable as her blood, I'm sure. Ah, you're planning
Better
to introduce
stay the
her to
fuck
very
away from her
select
blood, buddy.
Galen Bazoris progeny, aren't you?
I hope that the prince will allow me to, shortly.
I hope so for your sake. Who knows? Dear Hazel is so unpredictable. At any rate, it would be an honor for me to welcome and guide her.
You will speak of nothing with her at all.
Is that an order?
A word of advice.
Oh, pardon me. I fell out of the habit of receiving advice from you so long ago. Well, if you'll excuse me, I must end this ever so pleasant conversation. I need to find a way to avoid losing too much money.
Again, another focus. Beryl Underwood, member of the Primogen Council, 11th generation, because I sired him. Born with a silver spoon in his mouth, Beryl Underwood was born in Boston in 1807. His father was the head of the Sugar Trust, a business that held a monopoly in the refined sugar trade. The same year, an embargo was levied against the U.S. in retaliation for their violation of neutrality in the Napoleonic Wars. American ships were seized and banned from trading in Europe. New England had no choice but to organize James. Wait, we sided with France in the Napoleonic Wars? Or is that just something that happened in this? I mean, it would make sense. We hated Britain at the time. Not we. I mean, we. No, no, not we, but the U.S. I'm Canadian, so we didn't hate them as much. Hey, all right. Where were we? American ships were seized and banned from trading in Europe, but New England had no choice but to organize. And James Barrel's father met a sailor by the name of Caleb Bazary, who offered to smuggle his sugar into Europe despite the ban. The two formed a bond of friendship and mutual respect, and Caleb watched the young Barrel grow over the course of his travels. On the death of his father in 1833, Beryl found himself alone at the head of an agri-food empire at the age of 26. Considering Caleb to be his spiritual father, he asked him to stay by his side. Caleb accepted and settled down in order to actively participate in the financial expansion of Beryl's business, providing him with sound advice. The young businessman inevitably became curious about his mentor's life and his seemingly eternal youth. Caleb agreed to tell Beryl the truth about his nature, after which Beryl would continually beg to receive his embrace. In 1869, Caleb consented. Beryl possessed the same qualities as his father, and Caleb grew fond of him. However, his new nature suddenly robbed him of any sense of limits. Beryl was ambitious, too ambitious. He managed to place a ghoul, William Havemayer, as the mayor of New York City. Through his family, he created branches throughout Europe, which placed over half of the world's sugar industry under his control in only 2 years. Beryl then became involved in the banking and investment sectors. Caleb would drift further and further away from his child. Underwood seemed to integrate himself everywhere, deep within governments, on the boards of conglomerates. Nothing could stop him. Nothing satisfied him. Beryl was infuriated by his sire's lack of recognition. To keep hold of the secrecy surrounding his hegemony, Beryl ordered the assassination of Hazel Iverson's father, thus cutting short a burgeoning rivalry. What he did not know at the time was that he would eventually support Hazel Iverson's rise to Prince of Boston soon after the disappearance of Quentin King. Although Caleb was his first choice, Caleb's refusal to force Beryl to revise his plan, so he opted for a young woman who was both ambitious and easily manipulated. Unfortunately, the puppet turned against the puppet master, and Hazel proved to be more difficult to control than expected. Worse, she earned Caleb's unconditional loyalty. Caleb's desire to sire another child was so intolerable for Underwood that he advised Iverson to refuse him this right. Jesus. Let's hope that doesn't continue.
Mr. Bazori, can I help you?
I need to see Caius.
He doesn't want anyone to bother him.
Prince's orders.
I see. He's holed up in the server room. You'll need a pass to get in. There's one on his desk.
Thank you.
What?
Semi Semi-secular report on the evolution of the mortal world demography. Once again, all indicators are positive regarding the global population. It has doubled since the last census, which is a major bright spot. However, it should be noted that this concerns mainly the megalopolises. This is something to be monitored or even reversed by the end of the millennium. We also
It's gonna be
report
a long night.
another important issue that needs to be closely observed: the quality of mortals, which is starting to decline. Despite the trend towards organic and natural consumption that we have encouraged recently, the social and economic imbalances do not allow us to reverse the tendency of the declining quality of our mortals. Also, we note a quantitatively satisfactory state of our resources at the expense of its quality. Okay. Not quite sure what any of that meant.
Mr. Leto is in the server room. I don't really have time for this.
I need the pass or whatever the fuck. It's supposed to be a pass on one of these. What is this?
She always said she preferred paper to digital.
If only had more education.
Blood tests from the Red Salon.
So I don't know much about blood, I guess. How would I not know much about blood? Damn it, I should have put my
Not a
points in
minute to
education.
waste.
That looks like the key to a safe.
Pollution and environmental degradation are some of the major problems currently plaguing the planet. These scourges are caused by a variety of factors that adversely impact the basic functions of the ecosystem and thus the sustainability of all life. Resources and mortal existence. These environmental problems, especially global warming, are currently very worrying for the future of the planet and consequently on the maintenance at a satisfactory qualitative level of our blood supply. Several phenomena are responsible for the degradation and pollution of the environment. Overpopulation. It presents a danger for the environment because the increased population requires more buildings, more food, which involves deforestation, as well as an overexploitation and a pollution of the land. Production of polluting waste. The detritus and waste produced by humans are a major cause of environmental degradation. It comes from an intensive and unreasonable production of chemical products. This waste from industrial activities, factories, and hospitals is a source of toxic emissions. Large-scale production is also a threat to the environment. Hospitals cause waste, toxic emissions. Large-scale production is also a threat to the environment because it leads to air, water, and soil pollution and has direct effects on human, animal, and plant health.
Kai's office. The key card must be in there.
Mr. Leto isn't in his office.
Well, I'll take anything that's on your desk. Damn.
We're stepping up security on every floor.
Good. None of those names jump out at me. If only had more education. It's funny they all shared stats and like
Fuck.
this
How
would be a
long
little
has it been
easier.
since we've had an alert like this? I've got no idea.
Can I help you with something? If I can do anything to help, let me know.
Shut up.
Do you know anything about servers? We have nothing to talk about right now.
Okay,
Mr. Leto's right over there.
I see that. Once I do that, there's no going back, huh?
A list of ingredients and side effects.
Okay, I can hack that. Computer. What do I want to do it in front of him?
Crimson Oaks. I've never
I
heard
guess
of
I just
them,
did.
but Caius is interested in them. He has a whole file on them.
Crimson Oaks, who could be behind the attack. We have new baker, bakery says baker. Huh. Hope that was worth the 5 focus ICs on it.
I imagine she sent you. Finally, some good news
Good.
on this shitty night.
What's the situation?
Not good. Not good at all.
The prince needs more than that. I hope you've got it.
You want details?
Tell me what happened.
Everything was going as planned until 11:10 p.m. The prince's child, Miss Sellers, contacted me. The Hartford Warlocks had just arrived. That's the last time we heard from any of them. Less than 20
Tell me
minutes
there's more
later, we received
that you know.
code red just as we were leaving to join them.
Who sounded the alert?
A man named Wu. Ever heard of him? A retainer, one of Jason Moore's bodyguards.
Moore? The asset manager. What was he doing at the unification party?
He was supposed to answer technical questions about the financial viability of the agreement. Moore is good at hiding our kind trafficking. He's one of them, after all.
And you're the one who received the code red, personally.
It arrived directly. Here. It's authentic. I verified it.
Anything that could be of interest to the prince?
I'm working on it. Jared Rory is the expert, not me. If only she was here.
If only. Any news from Jara?
Any sign of Jara?
Nothing at all. And that's not good. According to the protocol, she should have been there early. If they got hit, she would have been first in line.
Any word from Hartford?
Do you think it's them?
It would be ill-fated.
I knew we should never have trusted those damn warlocks.
So Dahan would be involved in it, right?
Any movement with the Anarchs?
As usual, they're keeping their distance. You know it's always a pain in the ass to locate them. There's one thing we haven't considered. The Crimson Oaks.
So you had on your computer. I've heard of them now that we've read on the computer. I heard you reading on the computer, like, never heard of them. Oh, he's like, oh, I've heard of them a second ago.
They were behind the Quincy Market attack, weren't they?
I don't have any proof. We just caught a thin blood who wanted to trap the prince, and who told us about them. Apparently they're new in town, but Mr. Rory thinks he's giving us the runaround.
Did you look into it?
I tried, but I didn't have the resources to discover anything else.
Leave no stone unturned.
Hello? You. It's about damn time. Shit. What? You're... Hello? Damn it! I lost them.
Who was it?
Whoa. Shit.
The one who called in the red alert?
What did he say?
The party was indeed attacked. Apparently it was a real bloodbath. He and James had just enough time to get more out. They're stopping by his place to pick up some sensitive documents.
And then what? Are they coming here?
I don't know. We got cut off.
Call him back. I'll inform Hazel.
This is a critical moment for us. I have summoned you here tonight to organize our reaction to an imminent threat.
What threat exactly?
Where's Jay?
We've got no reason yet to
Car off again and I'll slit your throat.
Damn.
Oh, Excuse me.
Careful, Hazel.
How dare you speak to me like that? Enough! I command you to be silent and listen to me.
Oh, so that's how it is.
You're not being silent.
Yes, it's come to this. You would do well to listen to your sire. We have just been attacked. This is not a time for childish displays of discontent. Galen, the code red was sent by Blue. Go to Morse and find out what's going on.
As you wish.
And bring Moore back to me. He was supposed to be at the party. I don't understand why he's the only one who was able to call us. I would like to speak to him very much.
Consider it done.
I trust you. He might be involved in this, so gather any documents you can find there that could tie us to him.
Very well.
Delson, see if you can get Caius to find us a new middleman in the cane business to manage our interests. I don't want to take any chances. Then, I want you to talk to everyone. Somebody must have seen or heard something. Dejan, make sure all our defenses are in place.
Yes.
MM, you will go to the old Jefferson Library.
What's there?
That's where the Hartford Chantry calls home here. I gave them the building so they could have a base in Boston.
I demand to take her place.
Request denied.
What game are you
Good.
playing, Hazel? It's a suicide mission. It's all right. I got this. I'm not no sugar. She's not ready for this kind of mission. I should go with her at the very least.
No, you will remain here. And Mem goes alone.
Why don't you send Dejan instead?
Enough, Hilda. Dejan has work to do elsewhere.
Now I trust you even less, Hilda.
Explain myself.
What do you know about what's there?
Happens to her. I'll
Nothing, Hilda. You'll do nothing. It's high time you learned to trust her.
Which one of us are you planning to send to the party?
She's already left.
What? Who?
I sent Leisha.
The crazy one.
Serious? A few hours ago, she was snoozing behind locked doors in a psych ward.
You're playing a dangerous game, Hazel. Without us, you would never have come into power.
Us, as in
Moment to turn your back on us.
On the contrary,
Hilda and
I find this moment very appropriate.
Uh.
I'm the Prince of Boston, and you are the primogeniture. I own nothing. Delson,
He hates it.
take them out. The session is adjourned.
I specifically don't trust those two.
Instructions.
Oh, good, I got experience too. Could have learned why Beryl Underwood was there. Yeah, I could have, but good luck with that. Ah, then I get to select which level I do next, huh? Does it matter? Do I eventually get to do all three, or? So I can go meet with Deneb Osborne as MM, or I can meet with Jason Moore. Or investigate Jason Moore, I believe. The prince, after the card was issued, Hazel Emerson, yes, we know about that. The prince tells Leisha to go to the scene of the party. Kind of interested in that. I want to see the party first. But we did get sent first. Maybe we should start there. And figuring out what happened at the party might help us with the other things too. Ooh, we have lots of new points. Ooh, yay. Hooray. That sounds cool. I like the premonition thing. Let's do it. Alright, looks good. Go over here now. Let's put the rest here. You can buy one of these. Mental's a big no. Her deduction sucks, so I wish it was better. Oh, we need to pick locks here, maybe? Let's improve her deduction a little. You can put one in security and then one in mental. Or we could put one in education. Those are options. Security and mental or education. I feel like we'll be exploring a lot of this. So probably put a point there. Or I could just save the 20 points for next time. And maybe I'll just save the points for next time.
Mom, have you ever been here before?
No, this place is a rental pumpkin. It was just for the party.
Oh. Do you know what happened?
No, that's what we're here to find out.
It'd be nice to have her wake up to what's going on, though. Which is why I put points into her mental stuff. If we could figure out what's been going on.
And don't touch anything.
That's a big girl attitude.
I still don't know if she's real or not.
Around as long as you don't
It
stay
mentioned that she used to be real,
If there's anything,
but did you notice at the end of her psychiatrist's bio, it was like he has to protect his special patient, Leisha. It didn't mention the girl. It mentioned the girl earlier, but it didn't mention the girl at the end, which implies to me that the girl did exist, and it's possible she died at some point, possibly because of the psychiatrist. Wait, police officer?
No wandering off.
Yes, Mom. I'm a big girl.
Okay then. Where are you, Richard?
I'll still go and leave colleague later.
Yeah, we're all gonna need breaks and breathers.
I've never seen anything like it, have you?
I've had to exhume a few old bodies over the years, but I never thought I'd stumble across a cemetery full of them in an apartment downtown.
Damn. Safe zone found. Does that mean I can eat them if I draw them in the... Here. What's in here? Kind of invisible.
Something like that. Stop! You can't come through here!
Hi, I live in the building and I was told to come give a statement.
You need to go down to the precinct to give your statement. Only law enforcement is allowed here.
Oh, I hadn't understood that. Thank you.
Have a pleasant evening.
There's no way I'm gonna get access if I'm not one of them.
This isn't rocket science. Keep it simple.
I'll update the guys. You're taking over the investigation, and we'll put all the stabbing victims in crates and send them out to the mountain.
Exactly. Do you have any idea what happened? It's gotta be some kind of cult, right?
At the moment, we're more inclined to think it's a terrorist.
Again? Don't worry. We'll get them.
Great. Now I just need to find a secluded spot.
I should put invisible right in front of them. That would freak them out. Alright, let's do this.
This should be the trick.
Really? I was gonna convince them? Hey, no, I was gonna smoke something as well. Give me a sec. Alright, give me just a little bit longer. sorry. I got distracted by a conversation on Discord. Caius Leto. This guy. Oh, face only a mother could love. Nosferatu, sired by Calibros. Caius was born in Brooklyn in 1957. His only memories of his modest childhood are of the time he spent taking refuge in neighborhood libraries to escape the bleakness of his existence. They say that when you have nothing in your life but books, you end up a librarian. Caius Leto was no exception to the rule. He would go from being a mediocre student to an exploited worker in one of those libraries he had so loved as a child. A reserved and lonely man, he let people walk all over him and stay late into the night wandering the shelves, tirelessly sorting the books, scanning the volumes methodically. For years he expanded his knowledge in a multitude of fields, never to boast and without a single soul to talk to. It was not until 1997 that a real interaction with another human took place. Around that time, Kaiser got a job at the prestigious New York Public Library. The irony was that this person that he found wandering the halls at night as night fell, was no longer truly human in the same sense as him. It was great Calibros, the kindred renowned for his thirst for knowledge, the erstwhile Prince of New York. Caius was intrigued by this character who spoke with him of subjects that fascinated him. As for the Nosferatu, he was surprised to find in this man a part of himself he had long forgotten. Calibros returned every night to get to know Caius and fed on him regularly. On the first night of January in the year 2000, as the city rang in the new year, he embraced the librarian and revealed to him what had just happened. He could agree to be his child, or see his existence be extinguished. Caius remained with his sire, who educated him about the secrets of his clan. His new way of life was not terribly different from his past existence. He adapted to it quickly. The former librarian proved to be an excellent student. He learned quickly and earned the respect of the others. In 2014, the elders began to feel the call of the beckoning that pushed them to leave one another. Calibros felt he would not resist for long. As such, he asked his favorite child to leave New York to find his place elsewhere. Caius obeyed him, as he always did. He went on a tour of North America's seats of knowledge. After a period of wandering, his path took him to Boston, where Hazel Iverson had just taken power. She asked him to remain in her court and assist Jared Rory, her chief of security, which Bias readily accepted. I'm curious about these things. Like, they talk about the beckoning, and they talk about the fall of London. I want to know more information about both of those things. What else? Anything else? Was that it? Oh dear. The Camarilla. During the early Renaissance, vampires created the so-called ivory tower to hide the kindred from the mortal Inquisition. It has become one of the most powerful secret societies in history, subverting and infiltrating the governments, corporations, organized crime, and mass media. Organized along feudal lines, the princes ruling over the vampires of a city like dark lords of a bygone age, the Camarilla combines civilized order and ruthless cruelty. The Camarilla is the most widely influential organization. Lost my place. Kindred history has ever known. Its stated purpose is to preserve the masquerade, an elaborate veil of deception pulled over the eyes of the living to hide the existence of the kindred. But the Camarilla is so much more. It is a conspiracy to preserve the power of the elders, an undead secret society influencing global business and politics, the closest thing most kindred have to a system of government. The sect maintains a fierce moral stance on preserving humanity in the face of the impulses of the blood, seeing themselves as the shepherds of the blind human throng, simultaneously morally superior and inferior to their short-lived subjects. The sheer age, power, and wealth of many Camarilla members and the recent exclusion of the anarchs from their ranks makes the sect distinctly upper class. These are the monsters that hide behind $5,000 cocktail dresses, meticulously tended stock portfolios, and havens guarded by blood slaves in private security uniforms. They are the 1% of the 1%, and they hunger for more. Their pawns are placed in banking and in Congress, making deals and passing bills. They are masters of disinformation, propaganda, and blackmail, never leaving a loose end untied for long. These nights, there is a lot of tying to do, but Camarilla does not hesitate to lay ruin to human lives and kindred unlives to protect the secrets of their influence. A Camarilla city is run in the fashion of a feudal court, even if their gatherings may look more like slick boardroom meetings or rough gatherings of criminal cartel. The hierarchy is absolute. At the top we find the prince, a creature, impressive or cunning enough to be acknowledged as the absolute leader of their domain. Below them are the members of the Primogen Council, representatives of the major Camarilla factions in the area. Whether they are clan elders or a gathering of those who held the largest hunting grounds, they speak directly to the prince, who will do best by listening to their advice. More than one lord has been ousted by their own council. Some princes choose a seneschal, who acts as personal advisor or replacement when the prince is unavailable. When needed, the court gather in secret sanctuaries known as Elysiums, often changing locations to maintain absolute privacy and using a myriad deceptions to hide kindred affairs from mortal scrutiny. Elysiums accommodate feasts, ceremonies, negotiations, and heated debate, protected and directed by the keeper and their heralds, also known as harpies. One may be hidden behind the dark rooms of an upscale fetish club, another in an otherwise unused nuclear bunker, a third in Guggenheim's Brancusi collection at night. An order in the domain at large is maintained by a sheriff, gendarme, constable, or whatever law enforcement term is used locally. They're usually more hitman than cop, and summary justice tends to be the norm, as the Camarilla frown on modern ideas like due process. If you get dragged before the council to plead for mercy instead of chained beneath a sunroof, you've been lucky. Okay. Don't piss off Camarilla, clearly. The beckoning. Ooh, tell us about the beckoning. A mysterious calling, drawing elder vampires away from their fiefs and fortresses. The elders are compelled to travel east towards the lands where mortal and vampire civilization began, into the fog of a shadow war fought over the graves of their progenitors. What does that mean? A shadowy organization that is difficult to trace, Crimson Oaks have recently been involved in several plots that targeted the Prince of Boston. So I was wondering why everyone we're meeting is 10th generation. We've seen one ninth generation, nobody else, and it's like, why? It's because there's a beckoning that beckoned all the elders away. What does that mean?
Sorry, but we got a full house. Officers tripping over each other already.
Only forensics is allowed in crime scenes.
And the fence, of course.
No sweat. It was just in case you needed help.
I should find a uniform I can use to get in.
Boo. How am I supposed to find
I can't leave yet.
Maybe you can't. What do you? How are you supposed to find anything then? Can I turn invisible? I think I can turn invisible. And they won't know I'm here, and I can just sneak right by them like it's nothing. Yep. Good. Good. Are you forensics?
They blew
Maybe.
up my wall.
Who has a wall? Alright. I have scanned her uniform. My daughter's there.
But I would give to work the day shift.
So you don't get the weird ones? Ceremony bodies.
Body bags. What could that mean?
I think it means people died.
Richard. He sensed me.
He just told me to
He's
run.
here. But something's wrong.
He told me to run. That can be good. This could be very dangerous.
Gentlemen.
All these bodies. What the hell happened? Body bags. What could that mean?
These people died. What do you think it means? As these are special powers of sight. Tell me what you know, officer.
I just got here. Can you fill me in? I've never seen anything like it. It's a real bloodbath in there.
Do we know what happened?
Captain Paulson thinks it looks like some kind of goddamn cult. But I've heard the feds talking about terrorists.
Deduction. The feds are here. She just said that. Good deduction skills. I guess no reason not to.
The feds are here already?
They showed up the minute we got here. We didn't even get a chance to see everything.
How'd they
It's
get here
fast.
so fast?
They know who did it, obviously.
Do you really think it's terrorists?
It's weird, but hey, it could be. There are guys who are burned to a crisp, dismembered, beaten to a pulp. With those guys, you can expect anything these days.
What do we know about all these bodies?
Those are the ones we can take down already. The ones that were stabbed in the chest need to be put in crates and moved to the balcony.
Stabbed in the chest
The feds will
with
process them.
stakes.
We are not allowed to touch them.
Stabbed how?
Looks like some kind of sacrifice. They all got stabbed in the heart, it looks like. But if you want to make yourself useful, go see Paulson.
Where is he?
You just missed him. He just went into the living room.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna take a look around.
Does that say that I can send him to the safe room to be fed on? Can I send her to the safe room to be fed on? That'd be fun. No, let me send her just him. Boo. I think I should risk feeding right now in this area.
Oh, there's so much blood.
BC urges +2. Maybe I should have fed.
I sense you're losing control.
It's all this blood. I need to focus.
Mom, are you feeling all right?
Yes. Don't worry about me, Pumpkin.
Mom, please?
Confrontation start. In a confrontation, you must fight to convince the other person. It's not a confrontation has an impact on how the story will play out. Confrontation has... What the fuck?
I'm going to be sick. All this blood, it feels so strong.
Oh, crap. She feels as bad as I do.
I want to leave, Mom. I'm scared.
And go. Again, I feel like she's imaginary and this is her dealing with her own bullshit. Let's see here. So, when I raise mine, she raises hers. Wonder why that would be. Damn.
I thought you liked to go out with me. We always have so much fun.
The other times it was just vessels. There's blood everywhere. And bones. And pieces of people.
Your mother can't do anything for them. It's too late. But there may still be people I can help.
I see. But please, Mom, hurry up. Please?
I'm your beast, it says. I failed to calm the
All
beast.
that blood everywhere. Are we going to be hungry like this the whole time?
We'll figure something out. Say, I was thinking. We haven't played a game together in ages.
I know. I miss our games.
Why don't you think up a riddle for Mom to solve?
Okay.
Hunger like that. Not now. Not here. blood. Kinds were killed here.
Maybe I should feed on that guy. So I can handle right now. It'll help. Feeding. It'll help.
Follow me. It will take a minute.
Right away.
I was expecting him to fight her. You didn't have to scream so much, Jesus. That's better.
A vessel with more holes in him than a junkie. We're off to a good start.
What have you seen so far, little lady? Nothing.
A reinforced container that locks from the outside. Not commonly used to store mortal bodies.
This area is sealed.
I'll stay here, Mom.
Thanks, Pumpkin.
All right, guys. Listen up. The feds are taking over the investigation. So don't touch a thing. Put all the stiffs with stakes through their hearts out on the balcony. They'll take care of it. All right, go. You know what you have to do.
Shit. I have to find Richard and fast.
All said and done, it's probably better that the feds are handling this case. They have more resources to solve it.
Yeah. And it means to analyze everything we've already taken out to the balcony.
Second time they mentioned the balcony, let's go check the balcony.
Only federal operatives and their assets are allowed in this area. Sorry.
That's not where this is. This is here.
There's been wine in his glass. And there's a trace of lipstick. Cherry lip gloss. Yuck.
That's where that led. How's that gonna help me? Cherry lip gloss. So little blood.
We'll be here all night.
Sorry.
See, how did you go from there to there?
Sorry. Only forensics can go in there.
Jesus.
I can sense your hunger. What's going on?
Shit. It's starting again.
Mom, are you okay? Do you feel weird too?
We've already
Obviously,
had
we're the
that
same
talk,
person.
Halsey, my love. Don't look at it. So, have you come up with another riddle for me?
Yeah, I've got one.
I'm listening. It's not too hard, is it?
No.
Some
Riddle
dumb as
number.
Ditchwater.
I fear the sun more than anything, and the mortals have been fighting me since forever. If they catch me, they keep me in a box. Who am
Vampire?
I?
That reminds me of us. The sun, the box.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer, the kindred.
Oh no, Mom.
Uh,
Wrong answer. It's the cold. It's kept in the fridge, and the vessels don't like it. That's a pretty good one, don't you think?
Oh, wow. You were so right. I was way off. Halsey scores 1 more point.
And 0 for Mom.
But I haven't said my last word. I'm not giving up.
Are you feeling funny too? Are you hungry?
I'm almost done, okay? Let's just keep playing. Ugh, the hunger. It's too strong. Damn it!
Don't cry. He's gonna kill me.
An idiot. These vessels can't hold their liquor. They've gone from giddy to drunk in less than an hour.
Hazel's gonna kill me. She lent it to me for the party.
Wait, try using soap. It's better than nothing. I'm covered too.
It won't come off.
Miley, don't cry. I'll ask one of my servants to take care of it, alright?
Okay, thanks. I'm going to go finish my cigar outside. I'm too nervous.
Good idea. If that will help you relax, I'll join you out on the balcony.
Miley, I'm on the right track. Somebody spilled wine on this bag. A pouch stained with wine.
oh, this is the safe room.
Someone must have tried to mop up a stain with it.
I was almost gonna try and feed on my daughter. My imaginary daughter. That one I got wrong.
Can someone come and bag a briefcase in the kitchen?
A briefcase? You gotta look. I'm out of large-sized evidence bags. We got backup on the way. They'll have some.
What do we have here?
Tons of evidence. Do you know if the team from Forensics LPU has shown up yet?
No, I don't.
I need them to process the briefcase I found. And the invoice that was with it.
An invoice?
Yeah, for some glass tubes. Address to some warehouse over on Southern Street.
Shit. There's a red salon in that district. We've got to hand it all over to the feds. I can do it.
I already gave them the address. They're probably still keen to investigate when they're done.
Damn.
I've got to warn Hazel.
The
Briefcase.
What is it?
It's a small suitcase. We put important papers in, Pumpkin. Let's see what's in it. Supplier invoices, client files, all in Beryl Underwood's name.
Uh-huh. Let's take all that.
Better not leave that here. Otherwise, they'll trace it back to us.
Sorry, I've got work here.
I want to feed on you.
Don't break anything. The owner's gonna be thrilled.
You grow practically everything.
So much blood sprayed everywhere.
There should be a body here. There's a coat on the ground. Pinot Noir. I think I used to like this wine.
Pinot Noir is fine. Personally, I prefer a red to a white.
I won't touch a thing. Cross my heart.
Say that she's reaching to touch that.
Hey, Central Dispatch sent me over to help.
Captain Paulson. But you can call me Chief.
Sure thing,
Hey.
Chief.
Right. You heard the orders? Everything we find at the scene needs to be shown to the feds.
Got it, Chief.
And the balcony is off limits.
But you don't seem too thrilled about that? Am I wrong?
Is it so obvious, officer? It's the first time in my entire career, and 30 years is a long time, that I feel like we're babysitting a crime scene.
Babysitting?
We've been ordered to secure the premises, lend our experts, and not ask any questions.
Anyway, what we're doing? Yes.
But why can't we go outside?
The feds got here first. It's their odor. They secured that area to store whatever they decide to collect.
To get here that fast, they must have known.
What they find. Exactly. Good point, officers. Usually, they show up after us if it's a new case, right? Because we're the ones who call them.
But that wasn't the case this time.
Not at all. They even seemed annoyed to see us show up. But then they must have thought it's nice to have help processing the scene and collecting evidence.
Oh, all right.
Are they even feds? That's what I'm wondering.
So, what do we know so far?
Lots of Vicks. It has all the makings of a drug deal gone bad.
He's not buying it. But you have your doubts?
I do. There's too many things that don't add up.
Like what, Chief?
Bodies in accelerated decomposition. Even some skeletal remains.
Shit. Kindred were destroyed.
My hunch is that the feds are investigating a cult. But it's none of our business.
Thanks for walking me through it, Chief.
You report it to them if you find anything suspicious. Okay? I don't need their kind of trouble.
I'd rather not feed on the chief if I can help it. Is there no one else I can feed on? Like, Jesus. Can I feed on you? Damn it. Only the chief, huh? Be silly, wouldn't it? Guess it might make my job easier if I take them out.
Come with me over there.
All right.
Come with me over there. Then I'll make you come as I drain your blood. Five pints from. But he'll live. Old punch talent game. I think I need to track them. I think I know where they already have.
Sorry.
Understandable.
Sorry. Only forensics can go in there.
Let's go scan it, but I don't even need to go that way. I need to go out there. So I need to go. I can listen in there. I gotta do that. I gotta listen on those guys. What they're talking about.
Oh
All federal operatives and their assets are allowed in this area.
So there's just these three left to bring down? At this security level, yes, Agent Olsen. Do you know how much time we got left to get this done? I've got no idea. I see. And the missing Delta? No. We still haven't found.
Some found one. They lost someone.
All federal operatives and their assets are allowed in this area. Sorry.
So what are you going to tell us?
Sorry, only forensics can go in there.
For so many people.
A vessel. Dead. A bracelet? No, that's a broken handcuff.
For Ms. Iverson, code 7246, please delete my message. For Mr. Underwood, code 5593, don't forget to delete my message this time. Code 6159, you get to woo next.
What could be in this briefcase?
I already took what was in the briefcase. Why so little food for so many people? Oh, hello. I can copy his uniform if I want to, huh? Check out the forensic area. I can always come back and take my fans.
Go on, our hands on deck can't hurt.
What's happening to you?
Mom,
Yes?
come on, please.
I'm gonna be here a while. Sorry, I've got myself knee-deep in something I have to finish first.
Where are you taking me, Pumpkin?
I told you I'd be a big girl, but it's really hard. I really don't feel good. Not even a tiny bit. It's all this blood.
Me either, Pumpkin. It's not easy. Let's take a little time out then. Weren't you supposed to be coming up with a riddle for me?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I'm ready. I'm listening.
Okay, but it's the last one, alright?
Cross my heart, Pumpkin.
So, riddle me this. If the child of Hazel Iverson is the sire of my child, who am I to Hazel Iverson?
If you embrace Hazel Iverson's child, you'd create a blood bond with that kindred and...
But Mom, you know you can't embrace the kindred. If you could, then you'd have lots of sires.
That's right. Your riddles are tough, Pumpkin. Now tell me already.
Easy peasy. The sire of my child can only be me.
Of course. I get it now.
And so, if Hazel Iverson is my sire, then I am your child.
I would have never figured it out.
I'm all out of ideas, Mom. There's too
Get
much
it.
blood everywhere.
Yes, I know.
And also, I mean, Mom, I don't want to see Richard.
You can stay outside if you want. I'll hurry up.
I guess.
We've gotta hang in there. I don't want to disappoint Hazel. Come on. I have to find Richard. Shit. Richard.
Fuck.
Take it slow. They sure did a number on you.
They're here. They found us. Before I knew it hit me. I had a stake in my heart. I've never seen anything like it. These mortals. Unafraid of me.
Shh, gentle.
You shouldn't be. You should be at the Institute.
Calm down. What happened here?
The mortals who are here, it's the Second Inquisition.
What makes you say that? Are you sure?
Yes, there's even a man of the cloth in charge of them. Monsignor Stanford. They mowed us down like so many blades of grass, all of us.
So, they found us.
We have to go warn the others.
Wait. There might still be kindred here. We can't leave them behind.
This is insane. It's irresponsible.
The prince asked me to find Miley. But I need your help.
Miley? Well, now I understand. The prince had you released against my orders, and she sent you here. And you'd rather obey her? She's using you. There's no way I'll help. Ask her for help since you're here for her.
Damn it.
The prince sent me to find out what happened. It was an order. And you don't refuse the prince's orders, you know?
You're in the middle of treatment and she just releases you?
But that's not...
Against my orders? She shouldn't have done that. It's obvious that Hazel is manipulating you.
She cares about me. I don't see why it's an issue.
Does she care about you? Or about your premonitions?
That argument doesn't hold water. Hazel's not the first person to take an interest in our gifts. Princes have always sought glimpses of tomorrow to better rule their domains. Take Quentin King, for example.
Yes, I know. She wants to separate you from me, I'm sure of it. What has she been telling you about me?
She believes that Halsey should be under my care.
Proof of point.
And that I alone should decide what's best for her.
Don't tell me. She's here with you.
Of course she's with me. I couldn't just leave her.
Oh, this is just getting better and better. Aren't you ever gonna heed my advice?
I have to finish up here.
To look for Miley, I heard. Do you want to end up like all the others? Shredded to bits on the balcony?
Don't take it that way.
Then all is well. I'll leave you to it. I'm going to have a word with Iverson.
Wait. I have to tell you something. They have the address of the Red Salon on Cellar Street.
So, there's going to be a second attack. And I advise you to watch your step.
I can find Miley without him, and Hazel will congratulate us. A reinforced container that locks from the outside. Not commonly used to store mortal bodies.
Sorry. Only special agents are allowed in this area.
That might be useful. I need to eat too.
Finally, Calvary. Thanks for coming.
It's a good turn if I can take a look around here alone to myself.
Jesus.
They took him to death. He's barely breathing.
Damn, he's still alive?
That's a knife wound. Bringing a knife to a gunfight.
This is sick.
It seems pretty private. Why can't I feed her? I would love to be able to feed on that guy. Right now.
I'm just getting started. Well, actually, it has been an hour already. There's just so much evidence to collect.
Damn, only 18% chance.
We're still missing some pieces.
Why is her dialogue not working now?
Signs of violent struggle, and there's definitely been torture.
Jesus. Torture?
Judging by the condition of the body suspended above the bed, I'd venture some S&M session gone wrong.
I see. Alright, why don't I bag this room?
Examine the spatter trajectories. Get us enough data to calculate spray velocity. We'll need it. I'll keep collecting samples of blood and body fluids.
Alright.
What's going on here? Two of us isn't overkill, if you pardon the expression.
Hey there, perfect timing. You the explosives expert I called in for?
Oh no, I just got here. I'm back. Why is it not working? Suddenly the dialogue isn't working at all. Ready the preliminary autopsies.
You do know that the feds are sending everything back to their own lab. Apparently, we're not supposed to stick our noses too deep into this shit show.
What game are the feds playing?
Finally, we got dialogue back. Oh, so the dialogue only works for internal?
I'm not one to turn away a helping hand. Let me brief you on the zone we're clearing now. We've got a stiff in the room on the right. Looks like he died from blunt force trauma. Anyway, we've got orders to pack them up as is for the feds. Don't bother with the report. They're taking care of everything. In the room on the left, there's a corpse we need to analyze. But I'm warning you, it's a real mess. The people who did this are crazy. It's all priority, just check the boxes.
I guess we need to eat. Oh, this is a safe area? Where you can eat someone? Awesome. Ooh, I'm an FBI agent. I'll find someone to eat. I can only talk to her. What about you? Can I eat you? I'm it. I need someone to eat. I want to eat this guy.
Ah, finally, Calvary. Thanks for coming. Oh, excuse me. I was about to ask you for a hand. I thought you were a colleague. We're gonna run short on materials here with all the neat swabbing and bagging.
Maybe that guy back that I copied his uniform, maybe I can also beat off of him.
I think these golden tubes are so pretty. Don't you?
Well, Pumpkin, that's one way of seeing them.
Yep, oh, she's crazy.
Go right ahead.
I'd rather take you back to my place and eat you. I want to suck your blood.
I've never been on a scene with this much carnage.
I want to suck your blood. Well, I activated my... That's weird. Why am I invisible? I want to suck your blood. I want to suck your blood. I want to suck your blood. Damn it. Whose blood can I suck?
Evening.
Surely there's if I go over there and I start tripping balls with the blood, well, there's vampires up there, I might not. I don't see as much blood.
Here we go.
Okay.
I wonder what's hiding here.
I wonder who we can suck. I want to suck your blood. Damn it. I want to suck your blood. Damn it. Why is there nobody's blood that we can suck?
Guy's sure very vicious. You can say that.
Hey, you! Come give me a hand. We have specimens to move.
Here are the containers Richard told me about.
So, has forensics processed the bedrooms?
Yeah, I think so. They,
You think so? Isn't there anyone here that can inform me about anything? I've been asking for an hour. I must give Monsignor an update detailing how long this is going to take. Let's not keep him waiting then.
But the local police are
Just
very...
tell them Agent Olsen sent you. And we will see how high they are willing to jump. We still have bodies to evacuate and samples to recover.
You bet. You can count on me.
I have an idea. I got which one's which.
This room is broken.
Kill him, he's a police chief. Yeah, that's gonna cost me 2 points. This is not good. What about the other guy? I can kill the other guy, maybe. Come on, 2 sucks. I'm on blood.
So?
Nothing. A photocopier and some office supplies.
No corpses anywhere?
No.
It's the only room without a body. But it sure smells like death in here.
Yeah. Makes our morgue smell like a flower shop.
You get a look at what they took out to the balcony?
No, everything is boxed up. Even the chief has no idea what they're up to.
I've never seen anything like it. I hope we'll be done here soon.
Do I need to find the safe room again?
Go on. Our hands on deck can't hurt.
Sitting on? No, it's not there. Wasn't there either.
There is an extensive amount of debris that's relatively concentrated.
This is it. This is the safe room. If I can bring her here.
Again.
I've never seen anything like it.
Let me drink your blood.
A reinforced container that locks from the outside. Not commonly
To kill
used to
someone, they
store
don't.
bodies.
They're going to have to kill someone. Wait, what the hell? The wall is obfuscated? What the hell? Oh, another safe room. Ooh, an IT room. Ooh, we can use that. We can use a safe room to eat that lady. It'll be delicious, I know. We can use a safe room to eat the baby because she's tasty, oh no. Come with me so I can suck your blood.
Of course.
Let's go over there and talk about FBI things. Whisper, whisper, suck your blood. Nom, 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 nom. It's so good. Your blood is so delicious. Ah, so good. So yummy. Oh, that was a lock-picking tool. Ooh. That was delicious. Now I can pierce the obfuscate.
To conceal the door. My thoughts exactly.
They might have been trying to hide something. Wow. What the hell happened here?
She's still alive. Or else she wouldn't have been able to hold the illusion.
Oh shit.
Help me. Mom? Is somebody there?
Stay where you are, honey.
Leisha, help me.
That's Richard's servant. Natasha, keep your voice down. There are still people here. Shit, you don't look so good.
Give her some of her blood.
Miley, have you seen her?
She was... Yeah. Went out to smoke. I...
Take it
She's
slow.
lost me, I know.
What did they do to you?
We hid here. I was with a vessel that Richard had prepared for the evening. Carmen. I was able to conceal the door behind us, but it was too late for Carmen. We were followed. But I got that son of a bitch.
Hear
Okay.
me.
See ya.
The bastards who did this are still here. Just hang in there until they leave.
Too late. It's just...
Richard will be proud of you.
Mom?
Yes, Pumpkin, it's all right. Oh, it's worse than I thought. But Hazel will be able to get us out of here. Now what are you up to, Sugarshanks?
Oh no! You found my hiding place!
Good job. Don't look around. That sounds like Richard. Preparing vessels with injections. A donor shot full of lead. She's wearing a Red Salon vessel's uniform.
Taste blood will
I
cost me
remember
hunger?
now.
Should gain me hunger, not cost me hunger. Or will it gain? It looks like it might gain me hunger, actually. That's good. Oh, that's bad. I want that to be at 0, right? Well, I'm not gonna do that.
She's been completely drained.
Damn. So the eyes.
It's the effects of the drugs that Richard gives them to enhance their flavor. Retracted pupils. Even though she's dead. There's been blood in this glass. I never understood wasting vessels like that.
So many bodies and so little blood.
You can go to the bathroom again. From the bathroom, we will track. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will lead us to which of the things is hers. Which of the caskets? Sims. Yes. So, where did it go? Toilet?
Come on. Our hands on deck can't hurt.
EB2.
It's the reference of the container that was here.
Alright. Now we know which container it is. EV2. Sounds good to me. So let's grab EV2 and get the fuck out of here. EV2, this one. That one.
Which one do you want to take down?
EV2.
I'm taking this one down.
Be my guest.
Let's go, Sugarbangs. Quick steps.
Like, did she just talk to nothing?
Yes, Pumpkin. Come on. See you later. I hope it's Miley.
Pretty funny if it wasn't. You neglected Halsey, don't care. Dr. Richard Dunham is suspicious of the prince's influence on you, don't care. Suspicious items miss. 2 out of 3, damn. You could have met an important emissary of the Second Inquisition. You could have spoken with an eyewitness to the attack. You brought a vampire back to the prince, you protected sensitive documents, you shattered an illusion, you heard the last words of Natasha, one of Dr. Richard Dunham's assistants. Suspicious items moved to 1 of 3. Residence bonus aspects. Reward 60 experience. I actually beat these two. Should we do her last? I think we should do her last. Let's do Caleb Bazori. He's definitely well educated.
Nice badge.
Keep an eye on the camera. I'm gonna go wait for forensics.
Okay.
Let me know. Oh, excuse me.
Message from the sheriff. Prince asked more for 5 reports. If I can't bring back the author, I must bring back the reports at least. I'll know them when I see them. That's not a good sign.
That's not a good sign.
Special Agent Smith.
The FBI! Finally, some backup. Lieutenant's expecting you. Straight ahead. Watch out for the bloodstains. Forensics hasn't been through here yet.
Got it. The victim lost a lot of blood.
Lieutenant Anderson, I'm in charge of the investigation.
Special Agent Smith, FBI.
Really? Smith? Is that some kind of joke?
No, why?
Let it go. Never mind. I'll give you the DL. We got a call from the caretaker around 2:15. He told us that one of his residents was brought in with an injury carried by his bodyguards. We sent a squad car that got here around 2:45.
Is the caretaker still here?
He's in the living room, but I don't think you'll be able to get anything useful out of him. Poor guy's in shock.
Who was the first person on the scene?
That would be Baker. He's somewhere around here. It shouldn't be hard to find him.
Okay, then what?
When they stepped inside, the guys came face to face with that.
Do we know who the victim is?
Yeah, he had his ID on him. It's the owner, a guy named Jason Moore. I don't know who this guy pissed off, but things didn't work out too well for him.
Did you secure all the exits and entrances to the building?
Yes, we've got men on the ground floor and in the parking garage.
How do you get to the parking garage?
You'll have to ask the caretaker. He's the one who took my men down there.
What have you got on Moore?
He was an asset manager. But if you ask me, he was involved in some shady stuff that we're sure to find out about. It's not every day that an accountant gets his head chopped off.
Do we know if he had a family?
Yeah, a wife and an 8-year-old daughter. The wife, Lydia Moore, 34 years old, architect, dual citizen of Costa Rica and the U.S., no criminal record. Yeah, we're trying to get a hold of her. The daughter, June. We've looked and she's not here either.
Where are the bodyguards?
We haven't found anyone yet.
Go on.
We're still looking for the head. We're waiting on forensics for everything else, but they're busy with another case.
What case?
You haven't heard? At one international place. They say it was a real bloodbath. So, you're here to take over the case?
No. I'm working on something else. Moore's name popped up in one of our investigations, but I can't talk about it.
Okay, I'll let my team know. Agent Smith from the FBI is here. We're still in charge of the investigation, so please cooperate with him.
We're still in charge of the investigation, so please cooperate with them. Was that like, if he had come to take over our investigation, fuck him to death, but because he's not, we can cooperate.
There's a retainer here somewhere. My ship ended up at the bottom of the sea as well, like my other lives. My ship ended up at the bottom of the sea as well, like my other lives.
He gets distracted by that for like an hour. You're like, you gonna investigate something? Sorry.
This sort of formal decor might impress Boston high society, but not me.
Sorry, I'm busy.
Not yet, but you will be.
Come on. It'll pass. Don't worry. I'm gonna throw up.
It's just one body, Jesus.
Yeah, just a little faint.
I was expecting it, but then... Give me a minute, and I'll head back.
I didn't see at the other place.
We've all been there, haven't we?
No.
They're doing fine.
There are bloody prints on these bags.
Okay. Is that eggs and steak? Yummy. Who would like to eat some eggs and steak? Bleh. Pizza. Who would like to eat some pizza? Would you like to eat some pizza?
interested in more?
His name came up in several financial investigations we're working on. Looks like Lydia's planner. Lydia's life seems to revolve around June and her home in Costa Rica, with Jason often absent. The apartment has changed since my last visit. I have to question him.
He's still freaked out. I don't think it's the right time.
Mr. Adams.
No. This can't be happening. What a nightmare. So much blood.
I've got a few
Crying pretty
questions.
quick.
I tried to help him. I told him we should call 911. I told him.
Geez, that would take 300.
Sir, listen to me. It's all right. Calm down. You're safe and you did the right thing.
I did the right thing.
I need you to answer a few questions for me.
Yes, of course. What do you want to know?
I imagine the girl left with her mother.
Not at all. It was the start of the school year, and Mrs. Moore left 2 weeks ago. I haven't seen her since Monday, when Mr. Moore took her to school on the first day. She must be staying with a friend. Poor little thing. Thank heaven she wasn't here.
Did you know Mr. Moore well?
We weren't friends, if that's what you're asking. But we got to know each other. With time.
Sexually.
He was a creature of habit. Since he worked late, he would often ask me for things at night. A newspaper, batteries, ice. I think he asked me for just about everything. I prided myself on always being able to get what he needed, no matter what time it was. You'd have thought he pretty much lived after dark.
Like his clients. Without any disrespect to the deceased, were you aware of any extramarital affairs he may have had?
Mr. Moore was a good man. He would never have disrespected his wife, or even contemplated it, I'm sure.
She could have been okay with it. There were no young women coming and going.
That's a very inappropriate question. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Did Mr. Moore have many visitors?
For a man with his status, it was nothing surprising. But, well...
Yes?
His visitors mostly came in the middle of the night. I must admit, that's a little unusual.
That's what working for us is like.
He told me he had a lot of foreign clients, and he had to juggle different time zones. That's what working from home is like. He had colleagues over for late-night meetings, too. But since little June was born, not as many people came around.
That was wise. Did he have any enemies that you were aware of?
No. He was a very respectable man. No bad company or anything.
Except for us. Do you know his wife?
Mrs. Moore is a model resident. She always has something nice to say to the staff. And is the first to welcome new neighbors, too. A true lady.
Do you know where she is?
Mr. Moore told me she'd gone to their home in Costa Rica. She goes there pretty often. She's an architect, and she likes to work in her home country. She has family there.
Do you think anyone could have been so angry with her that they could have taken it out on her husband?
Oh, no. I don't think so. It's true that lots of people could have been jealous of her. But not to that point.
Damn. Damn it.
Do you think she could have been having an affair?
I refuse to speak ill of Mrs. Moore. I will not dignify that question with a response.
Do you know his bodyguards?
Yeah. There's Jack, James, and Wu. But you won't hear me singing their praises.
Why not?
Oh. They're good at strutting around and acting tough when everything is going well. But where were they tonight? Can you tell me that? That was their job, right? They were paid to protect him.
What do you mean by acting tough?
More than once I overheard them talking to Mr. Moore, like they were his boss. The world upside down.
They worked for us, just like your dear Mr. Moore.
I hope they won't find another job anytime soon.
Tell me about the evening again, please. What happened tonight?
Mr. Moore left with his 3 bodyguards earlier in the evening. One of them got in the car, and Mr. Moore came down around midnight.
And then?
They came back around 2 a.m. Mr. Moore was limping. He was leaning on one of his bodyguards, and he was bleeding.
Was he injured?
I told him I could call an ambulance or a doctor, but he didn't answer. I went closer to insist, but Wu told me they were in control of the situation, that it was no big deal. They went upstairs, and I saw drops of blood in front of the elevator. I told myself they were being unreasonable. What did those two goons know about it? So I called Mr. Moore on the internal line several times.
Did he pick up?
Not once. So I went upstairs and rang the doorbell, but nobody answered. So I went back down to the front desk and I called you.
The lieutenant told me there was an access to the basement.
Yes, using the service elevator through the kitchen. You need a magnetic pass to use it. I gave the spare to your colleagues who wanted to go down there. I still have the original. Do you want it?
Please. Thank you for your statement.
You have to find out who did this, officer. Justice needs to be done for him. And for his family.
And we need to find out who's messing with us. That's what we're here for. You can count on us. Stick around in case we have more questions.
Dialogue rewards +1 focus. That's nice.
Jason, Lydia, and June. A little family all together. And in large format. Jason, proud of his family and his success. Lydia, radiant and beaming. June, who looks more like Jason than Lydia.
Alright, I think I might call it there. Live long and prosper, and may the force be with you. We'll continue this investigation later. Sometime. Alright, we'll call it there. Live long and prosper, my friends, and may the force be with you.